Steve. It's me, Jennifer, available Sniffle Time. Today, I would like to talk to you about your drawing time with Steve. Drawing time with Steve video series that you just created. I want to talk about some of the drawings you did. Because when I first heard you were going to do that, I was actually pretty excited you were going to do that. Because the first thing that I really like how you the first thing you drew was the Blue's Clues house where it all began, which I really did like. You got the exact colors for that one, and I liked what you did for special days. Like let's see what when you draw the banana like right here, which I thought was actually really, really being like a bunch of bananas, which I thought was actually really, really neat for National Banana Day. And especially the song from the Fresh Beat Band, Bananas. I thought that was actually really, really neat. And especially I liked when you did when you draw when you drew the Play-Doh, which I thought was actually really, really neat. That is right that is right here because I've played with Play-Doh when I was a kid. It's really really fun. See, that's this right here. I liked how you draw the Play-Doh container, and of course the color of the Play-Doh. I thought that was really really neat. And especially I like how you draw a blue bird. I thought that was actually really really neat. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. And especially I like when you drew Steve Burns right here, which I was actually really really excited you did that in honor of his birthday. That's one of the cool drawings that you did. One of the hosts, Steve Burns. I bet he'll be really really surprised to see that you did that. Yeah, I also like when you drew and I liked when you drew Josh Dela Cruz from Blues Clues and You. Again, right here. That's the one that I like when you drew Josh Dela Cruz. And I liked when you draw all three of them together, which I thought was actually so awesome. Which was so awesome for that. Yeah, and I also liked when you drew cotton candy right here. I love cotton candy. That is my favorite carnival theme treat. Oh, trust me, any cotton candy flavor, that is my favorite. That's right here. That's my favorite flavor. My favorite carnival theme flavor. And especially I like when you drew when you drew the monkey right here, and you dedicated that to me for National Monkey Day, and you got that right. I'm the year of the monkey because I was born in 1992. You got the year correct for that one. Let's see, and I also like when you did let's see what else. I liked when you drew my favorite Disney character, Winnie the Pooh, which I was so surprised that you drew that for National Winnie the Pooh Day because he's so adorable. Let's see, and I also like when you drew let's see what else. See, and this is what I was telling you about right here. The all three of them right here. That's the one that I like right there, where you do all three of them right there. And I also like when you drew, of course, the thinking chair, which I thought was so awesome that you drew that. That's this right here, and yes, that is really really neat. The thinking chair. Yep, and I was surprised that you drew my favorite when you drew Little Red Riding Hood, which is based on my favorite story, Little Red Riding Hood. That's my favorite story. I love Little Red Riding Hood. That's my favorite story, and I liked how you dedicated that to me. And then, yeah, and then I like when you drew. And my other favorite ones that you drew was, of course, Donovan Patton, which I thought was so cool. I'm pretty sure he would be surprised that you drew him, and same with Josh Dela Cruz. Those three would be really, really surprised that you drew all three of them. See, here's Donovan Patton right here. Sometimes known as Joe. That is so cool. Let's see. I also like when you drew. Let's see what else. Where you drew me for my 34th birthday, which I thought was so awesome. Thought was so awesome. Right here, that's the one I really, really do love. I can't believe you drew me right here. I really, really love it. And yes, you got my hair color right, and of course my favorite color right. And of course, and yes, you got my glasses too. And I really, really do love it. That is so awesome. So, and last but not least, I like when you drew my favorite Wiggle, Sam Moran, which I'm pretty sure he would be surprised to see that you drew him too. So yeah, that's what. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Wanted to talk about all of your drawing time videos and which ones do I like the best. They're all really, really amazing. But the ones I like where you drew the Blue's Clues house, Steve Burns, Donovan Patton, sometimes known as Joe, Josh Dela Cruz, where you drew me, my favorite Disney character, Winnie the Pooh, Little Red Riding Hood, the Thinky Chair, and the Play-Doh container. I really, really do enjoy those the most. Which one of those drawing time videos do you like that you did, Steve? Let me know. Until then, bye, Steve.